We also have Falmouth Clippers captain Mike Comesso and Barnstable Red Raiders captain Jack Cadero joining the two officers center ice.
I think that's our cue. Welcome everybody inside Falmouth Ice Arena. It is time once again for the Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week. Once again, it is Falmouth versus Barnstable. This time we're on the Upper Cape at the home of the Falmouth Clippers. Tape delayed action for you here. No way we're getting on the Wi-Fi with this packed arena. And so we thank you for tuning in to this one. After the game, you already know the result. As you watch this, we don't know what's going to happen here. All we know is it is loud as can be inside a completely packed Falmouth Ice Arena. The Clippers are wearing military appreciation jerseys. Barnstable's wearing their home kits. And in addition to military appreciation, we tuned in just in time to see a couple of Falmouth police officers who were shot in the line of duty participate in the puck drop. Good stuff here. Falmouth fans, that student section, they're all standing. I don't think they're going to be sitting down all that much. This is Jim McCabe with you on the play-by-play. We've got a packed media booth up here. We've got several other broadcasts happening. And let's see what we get out of this. For Barnstable, this is Brendan Jones sending it ahead into the neutral zone. Skating with us now, it's Tim Story. He dumps it into the Falmouth zone, and then big collision running into him was Jake Rosado. Story, one of the goal scorers for Barnstable in the last game these two teams play. We're going to recap it here in just a minute. You got bodied is the chant. You know, without the headphones on, you can hear things a little better. So everybody letting Story know what just happened, but now we get a whistle. And our first stoppage in this one was a 5-3 win for Barnstable last month at Hyannis Youth and Community Center. Off this face-off, a shot from James Holzman hitting the end boards. And now it is taken by the Falmouth player. It is going to be a little tough to read the numbers on the Falmouth jerseys with those fatigue-style outfits that they've got on, but I'll do my best. It'll be chased down by Max Roman. Roman around the zone end boards, and there it's taken by a teammate who tries to go up the far side. Barnstable's got that covered, and they'll try it again. Will these Falmouth Clippers on the near side now? Good luck seeing what's going on from anybody up here with that student section. They are all down there, and it'll make the near side a little bit of a blind side. Clippers getting out to center, over skating the puck though, Sam Olsen. And it's just dumped into the Barnstable end. The Red Raiders will recontrol as Falmouth got new players out onto the ice. Liam Capra for the Red Raiders ahead. On the wing, he's got some room, and in front for a one-time attempt by Tim Story. Would not go, he fanned on it. Barnstable clogs the slot, and it's taken out by Dylan Huntington. To the side of the net, Story jamming away. At least one save made by Kevin Dwart, the Falmouth goalie. Angled off the near side boards. A shot from James Holzman. There was a tip in front, but it went wide. The puck goes back to Holzman as Falmouth tries to clear, and they are successful in that endeavor. It's sent ahead by Darren McDonald. Two other Falmouth players on the forecheck for this full offensive line. Sent around to the near side. It'll be the Red Raiders getting it out to center. Up around time from Jack Cordero getting to the slot. Catching up to the puck, so are several Falmouth players. Good move there by Jack Cordero, but we remain scoreless in this one. Not enough oomph on that clearing attempt. It's taken over by Chris Cordero. Along the near side is back for Will Martone's shot, and that one just thuds harmlessly off the Falmouth player who gets that out to center ice, and that is Mike Comesso. And send into the Barnstable zone as the Red Raiders try and get it out, with Falmouth getting new players out onto the ice. Forechecking pressure, though, as it's sent in deep by Nick Champagny, to Nick Champagny, rather, from Jake Rosado. Now it's out to the point, not able to handle it cleanly, Jack Hamilton, and Falmouth will eventually get it in. And behind the play, a little bit of a thing there between Max Roman and Sam Howell. Howell got the worst of that, it appeared. Chipped into the crease, and Duarte will cover after it was thrown in there by Jack Cordero. Was Brian Fry scoring 2 goals, Cordero and Tim Story with 1, Sam Howell, the freshman, also scoring for Barnstable. Fry with the game winner. For Falmouth, Stone Devlin scored twice, and it was Robbie Curtis as well. For the Barnstable team, it's their first win over Falmouth since February of 2016. Since then, 2 ties and 2 losses. Shot in from the point by James Holzman, and it went off somebody in the middle and going wide. Now battle for the puck on the far half wall. It's a hopping disc that is gotten out the center. It's rather Vincent Zino who took that ahead, and a shot on goal, and a save was made by Barnstable's goaltender. That is Connor Higgins. You can barely hear yourself think in this place, I swear. Just nudged ahead by Brian Fry before Falmouth takes over with new players coming out for Barnstable. Sent into the Barnstable zone, and it's change time for Falmouth. Capra gets through the neutral zone, loses it, and it's chipped the other way by Max McDonald, but he'll lose it to Dylan Huntington. Huntington plays it around the boards. There's Vincent Zino in the far corner, throwing it behind the net. Falmouth player gets bumped. That was 16 getting hit by Capra. That's Max McDonald. McDonald's got it in the neutral zone. The Barnstable fans over to our right making some noise off of that physical action, and then Falmouth section says, "We can't hear you." I'd love to know what the decibel level is in this place. And here, Barnstable, I can't understand that one. And now it's a battle of chance. You know how these things go. Through the neutral zone, it's sent ahead by Sam Howell. Behind the Falmouth net. To the near corner. From the half wall, Jack Cordero tried to play it along. Had some trouble. He gets help from a teammate. Cordero now, again, on the forehand, maybe was looking to get it out to the point, but wasting him was Jake Rosado. Played around the end boards in the feet of Jack Hamilton. It is played along and kept engulfed deep by Will Cogswell for Barnstable. And things get a little quiet here for the first time. It is back. Cogswell's shot, and that one off the end glass and off a weird ricochet now on the line, kept in by Matt Fredo. Still no score here. We are 6 minutes deep into this one. Barnstable player overtakes his man and centered it, but it goes on through. And it's a clear out from Jake Rosado. Oh boy! Brian Fry just wasted his number 23 counterpart, Nick Champagny. After there was a big check the other way, and now we get a whistle, and I think we've got a penalty coming up. Physical action starts to get a little intense. Cross-checking call to Nick Champagny. I'll say after Champagny, I didn't see what happened there, and I have no benefit of a replay. Champagny maybe responding after getting hit by Brian Fry. That's guesswork on my part. What is not guesswork is the fact that we have a power play. The first for either team, it's Barnstable on the man advantage.
Power play number 23, Nick Champagny. 2-minute minor cross-checking.
Straight away, shot missing from James Holzman. Rister Duarte making the save off the offering from Sean Jones. It's played back for Holzman, now to the near side for Jack Fredo. Holzman, Rister, Duarte makes the save. That one got right through, plenty of traffic though. Here's Sean Jones back out. Harrington's shot, that one's blocked. Fry plays it down low from the far side. Dug out of there. And outside of the net, a shot is stopped by Duarte, and then the follow-up. Duarte keeps that one out as well. A couple chances for Tim Story. .7:51 remaining in the first period and 1:08 remaining on the power play. Duarte's numbers look like this: 16 games played, goals against average of 2 even, and a save percentage of .897. Good keeping by Jack Cordero. He had a man on him. That was Rosado. It's worked along, and it is Brian Fry with a man closing in on him, and he passes to Brendan Jones, who quickly gets it along, and then in front for a shot save made Duarte. 50 seconds left in the power play. On the other side, by the way, it is Connor Higgins starting. So it's been Higgins and Donovan, the sophomore and the senior respectively. They've both played 8 games. Falmouth will get the clear here. Goals against average of 2.25 for Higgins and a save percentage of .885. 1 shutout for him. 3 shutouts for Kevin Duarte this season. Pass to Fry right at center ice. He got checked by Rosado and then thrown in from the neutral zone, but it's offside. Am I in your way? Am I in your way here? No? Okay. No. Got to make sure all the media members are not in each other's way up here. As the broadcaster for the Cape Cod Islanders, it's always just me up here by myself. We got triple the number of media people up here right now. Less than 20 to go on the power play for Barnstable. Played to the near side. Brian Fry launches a wing-to-wing pass too far for Brendan Jones. It will bounce to Kevin Duarte. Jones with a little bit of a snow shower on Duarte. Well, one of those situations, you either got to put the way you're coming in there, it's either snow shower or it's crashed into the goalie. I don't think Duarte wanted the latter. Ten seconds left on the power play. And it'll be Jack Credo taking this draw for Barnstable, and that is against Stone Devlin, and it's won by the Red Raiders. Along the line for James Holzman. He stepped into a shot that was blocked. It's back for Holzman. Another shot, and there was a deflection attempt in front, but it was knocked down, and no shot on goal. Pulling behind the net, Jack Hamilton played around the far side. It'll roll out the center. We're back to even strength with 6.5 to go in the first period. Played along the end boards for Jack Hamilton. Hamilton ahead and out to center. Jake Rosado almost was able to grab that. Instead, it's Nick Champagny now circling in his own zone. Champagny playing it back to the D. Reaching into this one is Jack Hamilton, playing it into the fray, and Champagny sees it and backhands it deep. Quick changes for Falmouth throughout this game. We're 9 minutes in. Falmouth's been playing conservatively as far as dumping and changing a lot. There's a turnover, and it's sent right through the crease by the Barnstable player who had that on his stick, and that was Harrington, or Holzman, excuse me. It'll be Brendan Jones playing it along. Behind the net, Brian Fry back to Jones, and now a little bit of an interchange problem there. Results in the turnover to the Clippers, and skated out to center ice. Falmouth gets the dump in. Penalty coming up. Falmouth player knocked down right in front of the referee. That was Brian Fry on Mike Comesso. So Fry will get the gate, and Falmouth will get its first power play. Before we go any further, let's tell you about our sponsor for this game. That is Cape Cod Healthcare. Cape Cod Healthcare's urgent care centers, ER-trained doctors, urgent care convenience, Hyannis, Sandwich, Falmouth, and Harwich. Get fast access to expert care for minor injuries, illness, or to x-ray suspected sprain or broken bone. No appointment necessary. Visit www.capecodhealth.org for more information. Cape Cod Healthcare, urgent healthcare. Robbie Curtis passes across. Rister, save made! Higgins, and there was a rebound for a second there by Nick Champagny, but the puck wouldn't cooperate. Champagny's got the puck on his stick in the circle. Shot, Higgins the save. Big rebound comes out, Barnstable clears. Red Raiders getting a new penalty killing unit out on the ice. Jake McKenzie, Robbie Curtis, Stone Devlin, Nick Champagny for the players out there for Falmouth. And your fourth one is Jake Rosado. Another penalty coming up to Barnstable. As soon as Duarte touches it, or I'm sorry, as soon as, well, now they do blow the whistle. I thought initially it was a penalty to Barnstable. Now referee talking to head coach Paul Moore. See if we can't figure this out. It is a Falmouth penalty. So we're going to have some 4-on-4 time here before Barnstable gets back on the power play. 4-on-4 for about another minute, so Barnstable will get a half power play. Jack Longeal back to the D. It's Will Martone sending it into the circle. Sean Jones looking for this. It's played away from him. It's nudged along behind the net by Robbie Curtis, and Falmouth can't get it out to center. Good pressure from Barnstable. Shot on goal, saved Duarte, and it's beneath his pads. .43 seconds in the 4-on-4. 4:03 remaining in the first period. Still a scoreless game. Face-off win for Barnstable. It's back. Holzman across from the right point. Wrister knocked down in the circle. Pirouetting with this is Chris Cordero. Cordero trying to get away from Jake McKenzie. Doing a good job of it. It's back out for Will Cogswell. Shot blocked. And then a shot just right through there from Chris Cordero. It was blocked in front and went harmlessly wide. Falmouth getting it out to center. Race for the puck. 1 versus 2. Advancing still is Sam Olsen. Olsen in the near corner, plays it into the skates of Jake McKenzie, who's circling, looking for it. To the end boards, trying to hungry hippo. That was Higgins. He couldn't. It's now to the far side for Jack Cordero, and it's back as trying to get it out was Will Cogswell. Eventually it will be Barnstable getting it out now on the power play. Jack Cordero brings it in, pulls up top of the circle. Plenty of wrist shot opportunity there for Chris Cordero. It was a good one, but a better glove save made by Duarte. Left in the power play. Sean Jones, wrister, saved Duarte. He got it up high. Bunched along, it's Brendan Jones now. On the far side, half wall, Brian Fry. Back to Brendan Jones, and Fry, he's got it again. Fan on that top of the circle, that's okay. The Red Raiders continue with puck possession. Holzman, a bad angle shot, kept out. Brian Fry, a little nudge to Sean Jones. I mean the littlest of nudges. Jones for Jack Fredo. Back to Jones. Tried to nudge it back a little more forcefully, but it was picked up by Fry, who hurls it wide. It'll go away from Brendan Jones, who has to get to it, and sends it back down low. We're back to even strength. Barnstable is 0 for 2 on the power play now. Just over 2 minutes to go in the first period. Still scoreless. Falmouth will try and clear. No, they can't. It's kept in by Sam Howell, but now it does go out. And a Falmouth player gets a stick knocked down, and that's going to be a slashing call against Barnstable. The penalized player is Tim Story. Falmouth's first power play was eliminated halfway through. We will see how the second one goes. Champagne to take the draw, and it's one back. Max Roman. Roman. Played on the far side now on the half wall. It's Harry Hennessy, excuse me. Barnstable able to clear it after it was played along, and now it's Fry trying to get it from Jake McKenzie, having some trouble there. It's McKenzie behind his net. Played ahead. Sent into the Barnstable end by Nick Champagne. Darren McDonald, now Champagne. Wrister, what did that get? I think that got metal. And then it deflects and touches the safety netting before coming back in. And a whistle. That one went up high. That hit something hard. So if it wasn't the crossbar, it was the face, the helmet of Higgins. Maybe it was the helmet after you just saw James Holzman rub the helmet of his goaltender Higgins. 1:18 remaining on the power play, so just a few seconds less than what's on the game clock. It's a face-off win for Falmouth. Wrister from the point, knocked down and cleared. That shot came in from Jake McKenzie. Puck goes right in on Dwart. And Falmouth starts the breakout with three guys on the far side. It's Champagne hustling. Champagne keeping the puck on his stick, taking it behind. Under a minute to go in the first period. Champagne back for Robbie Curtis. Curtis right to Champagne again, but went through his stick. Hammer time for Brendan Jones around the far side. And I think that got somebody on the Barnstable bench. That'll cost Barnstable a defensive zone draw. 49.7 seconds left in the period and 43 seconds left on the penalty to Story. Off this face-off, the puck comes to the near side, and it's punched out. All the way down, it'll be grabbed by Falmouth's Tommy Peterson. To the near side, Darren McDonald plays it along, and then it's sent ahead by Robbie Curtis. Hammer time again, Brendan Jones, it's out. Race for the puck, almost a shorthanded chance there for Pat Harrington, getting away from him, Darren McDonald. And then it's hurled onto the stick of Robbie Curtis. He with 2 goals in the last time these two teams played. Curtis with that puck sent in from the neutral zone right in on Higgins. He just gloves it down and he's forced to get a whistle. 12.8 seconds left. This might be our final face-off of the first period. Face-off is taken, and it's won by Barnstable, and they clear, and I think that is going to do it for the first period. First period is in the books, and it is Falmouth and Barnstable scoreless. Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week will continue into the second period. Welcome back, everybody. Second period is underway at Falmouth Ice Arena. The music's off. We can hear ourselves think a little bit. We start things off with an incredible Barnstable chance that just would not go. We're still scoreless. Long distance blast from Brendan Jones was kicked away by Kevin Dwart, your Falmouth High School goaltender. Falmouth hosting Barnstable in the biggest rivalry between two Cape Cod High School hockey teams that you can get. With apologies to Bourne versus Sandwich, these two Division I programs, both heading to the playoffs. Falmouth coming into this game with a record of 11-5-1, 11 wins, 5 losses, and 1 tie. 56 goals scored, 35 goals against. Shot from the point, hitting the glass. That one came in from Max Roman. Now it's chipped ahead by Sam Howell, but he can't beat the Falmouth D. And now it's Barnstable settling down in their own zone and now thrown out to neutral, where the battle will go on before it's sent back and played across by Will Martone over to Brendan Jones, who sends it into the Falmouth zone. Duarte out of his net to stop it. It's Barnstable regaining possession. Jack Cordero just bounces one off the side of the net, and now there's a battle for the puck right there between the circle and the goal line. Off the near side glass, and hello, Sam Howell greeting Matt Massini. Chris Cordero from the neutral zone. Whistle here. Barnstable's bench is PO'd. Not sure what the call was. Barnstable's record coming into this contest: 9 wins, 5 losses, 2 ties, and pretty similar goals scored for and against numbers to the Falmouth: 55 GF, 32 GA. Puck out to the neutral zone. Now sent into the Falmouth end. It'll be handled by Darren McDonald, who goes around his net, comes out far side. McDonald tries to turn on the Jets. He gets slowed down by Jack Fredo. Now Fredo pushing it the other way. After that big hit on the wing, Fredo gets stick checked. Players in tight. Wraparound save. Duarte on the offering from Tim Story. It's back, Liam Capper, wrister, that bounces off somebody in front and goes well wide. To the corner, Dylan Harrington along the boards for James Holzman, and now, the net's off apparently. Between the first and the second periods, we had mites on ice, and I've seen mites on ice before, but never with the full support of a raucous crowd. It was the Falmouth Mites winning 1-0. Great action, both Mite goalies doing very well. Meanwhile, it was the Barnstable Junior Varsity winning 3-1 over the Falmouth JV before this one. 3-1 the final, Barnstable won that. Here it's 0-0. It is out to center, Stone Devlin getting a handle on this, and before Liam Capra's stick could fully neutralize it, it was played deep. Now it's worked back and kept in on the line by Kyle Gonsalves. Now a race for the puck and a good diving effort to get it away from Brian Fry by Stone Devlin. Now Fry will get penalized for the hit you just saw. Fry's halfway to the 4 penalty max that you can get in the MIAA. And Falmouth is going on its 3rd power play of the afternoon. So here we go. Barnstable's coach, the bench in general, continuing to make noise. There's some delay here. What's the delay for? Champagny, I don't think is going to stay in this face-off. No. Instead, it's Stone Devlin. The other forward out there is Jake Rosado. Your point men are Robbie Curtis and Jake McKenzie. It's played to Curtis. One-timer, knocked down in front. Backhander by Devlin, kept out. Don't know how many saves Higgins actually made there, but it stayed out. A push pass from Curtis to Devlin. Devlin's shot in the circle was blocked. And it's Jack Cordero trying to get it out, and success. Jake McKenzie looking for a 2-liner that's stolen away by Brendan Jones. Jones will play it deep. Jones tried to center it, fanned on it, and the loose puck will be controlled by the Clippers. Devlin for Champagny rates for the puck. Who wins it? It's Brendan Jones by a step over Nick Champagny. Champagny gets back to it and backhands it in front of the crease. It goes on to the far side. Champagny with his power play now down to just over a minute. Turned over into the near circle to Jack Cordero, captain for the Red Raiders. Ahead on the wing. Cordero gets flushed by Jake McKenzie. Pass staggered on almost over to Mike Comesso, but stolen by the Red Raiders in front. Oh, whiff from Sean Jones. Now Jones checks the stick out of the hands of Mike Comesso, or actually is it Cordero, and Cordero goes to the box, and this is a 5-on-3 for Falmouth. I can't tell if Barnstable's head coach was furious at his player or the referee. Easily the most animation I've ever seen out of Tim Grace. And by ever, I mean here in the first season of calling the Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week. Extended 5-on-3. It's back. A blast hitting the end boards from Robbie Curtis. Here's Tommy Peterson over to Curtis. Curtis, wrister. Getting a piece of it was Higgins. Near side, it's passed over from Darren McDonald to Curtis. Curtis, near side, gets it back straight away. Wrister, knocked down in front. Loose in the circle. It is back for Tommy Peterson. Peterson will wrist it. And a tip in front. One stick there was Mike Comesso. There may have been a Barnstable stick too, as it deflected into the safety netting. 8 seconds in the 5-on-3. And they will put the faceoff out to center. That'll make it pretty much a 5-on-4 by the time Falmouth will be able to get set up, if that's what happens here. Nick Champagny wins the faceoff cleanly back to Tommy Peterson. And it's over for a play ahead by Max Roman. Nick Champagny, forehand, backhand, and then the backhander going wide of the net. Turning and firing at this one, Champagny, and that's wide. And we are back to 5-on-4 now. It's nudged back for Max Roman. Roman filter along the far side boards into the end board area before it comes to the near side. And it's a clear for Barnstable. Getting it down the ice is Jack Longeal. Ryan Fry is back out there after his penalty concluded, and he's in on the forecheck. He takes care of a couple of Falmouth players. Bigger check on the second one. The first hit player was Roman, the second one was Peterson. It's Champagny escaping out the center with 3 Barnstable players in front of him. He'll just wrist it. Save made by Higgins. A routine one, and now some pushing and shoving. Champagny versus several. .9:18 remaining in the second period. Jim McCabe here with you for the Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week. 0-0, Barnstable, Falmouth. Still 33 seconds left on the power play. This is the 4th of the contest for Falmouth. Punched along by Jack Fredo, and some work here. Now more to be done for Barnstable as Falmouth was able to keep it in. Near side, it'll be gotten to by Jack Hamilton. And it goes in! Jack Hamilton's shot went off the Barnstable player in front. That was James Holzman. That one will go to Jack Hamilton. It's 1-0 Falmouth. Terrible puck luck for James Holzman. Hamilton, the junior's got his first of the season. The defenseman. Have to wait and hear if that was a power play goal. It was close. Get the call from Boyd DeMello here in just a second. Late offside on Falmouth. And a pass ahead for Jack Cordero. It is a power play goal. Unassisted goal. On the fourth power play of the game for Falmouth, they finally break through on one of the more unlikely power play goals you'll see. Unassisted goal for Hamilton. And I think the call was thank you, Holsey. Nickname for James Holzman. There's the Falmouth student section wanting noise from Barnstable. Don't know if they'll get it right now. Hustled ahead, Sean Jones, he's got a step. Jones distributes it into the middle. Would have gotten a shot on goal, may not have been a good one, but Barnstable got nothing out of that. Backhanded ahead by Brendan Jones. Brian Fry at the line, gets to this on the wall. Fry in front! Sean Jones almost able to tip that right in, but instead it tipped right out of play. To remind you that our game today, this Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week, is being brought to you by Cape Cod Healthcare. Cape Cod Healthcare's urgent care centers, ER-trained doctors, urgent care convenience in Hyannis, Sandwich, Falmouth, and Harwich. Visit www.capecodhealth.org for more information. Off the glass from the Barnstable zone, down the ice. An icing is going to get called here as we're just about at the halfway point of regulation and the game. Got to get used to I got so used to, over the course of my broadcasting career here, saying regulation, but of course this, as you know, will be 45 minutes regardless. Here's skate ahead for Tim Story. Story dives as his number 21 counterpart Darren McDonald gets to this, but then it's back for Story, and Story gets it out to the point. James Holzman trying to atone for what happened earlier. Shot from the point off the end boards, and then on the jam around the net, we get the whistle. I think the net came off, and a little bit of how do you do. Face off to the left of Kevin Duarte. It'll be Nick Champagny versus Chris Cordero on the draw. And it goes right to Max Roman. Why so quiet? From Falmouth's student section. Barnstable fans just waiting to make some noise here. Let's go stable from Barnstable. Max Roman behind his own net. Pressure here from Barnstable. Punched along far side. Jake Rosado kept in, but then it will be Falmouth getting it back out. Oh, and a hop around Nick Champagny. Another one! Champagny! Oh my, he couldn't finish. You would have seen that on Sports Center. I kid you not. Champagny with two excellent moves. But the save, I think, was made by Higgins. He may have just gotten a small piece of it. Otherwise, no shot on goal as Champagny was aiming top half the net. Icing on Barnstable. That's the kind of stuff that you see Nick Champagny do. He didn't do it in the last game. Barnstable had him pretty well wrapped up. But Nick Champagny, full skill set on display right there. Boy, if you think that first Barnstable goal scored against was a deflator, that one would have required a helium tank to refill that deflated balloon. But as it is, still a 1-goal game. It's back. A blast from Will Martone going wide of the net. Big check behind the play. That was Jack Longeal on Matt Massini. Pressure here from the Red Raiders, but Falmouth thought they will get a clear, but that's not what happened. Pass in front of the net. Oh man, Brian Fry coming together with Jack Hamilton. And no, I think there was initially a signal of a penalty, but maybe not. And now, race for the puck. Good back-checking effort from Matt Massini. Jack Fredo was on it. Now it's back for Brendan Jones, across, wrister. Would not go from Will Martone. 5 minutes remaining in the second period. Starting ahead, Martone, getting through the traffic. On the wing, Martone's wrister, Duarte makes an easy save. Comes out, hammer time. Duarte makes the save, and then covers up on the blast from Brendan Jones. Stick over the head for Jones, that came right out to him, and he leaned into it, got all of it. Duarte, solid in net for Falmouth. .45 remaining in the second period. 1-0 to score. Falmouth leads on the goal from Jack Hamilton. Face-off win for Falmouth, but it was sent out to the neutral zone where Will Cogswell puts it back in for Barnstable. Back in the net passing here, and Barnstable's got the near side overloaded. Falmouth knows that the far side is pretty open, but Barnstable moving quickly from right to left, west to east, east to west, if you will. And now it is Cogswell's shot scooped up by Duarte. Barnstable's had some chances here in the second. Duarte's made the saves. Falmouth hasn't had much going since the power play goal that they scored. Right in front of the net for Liam Capra. Hurled out to center. And dashed away from Chris Cordero by Tommy Peterson. Sean Jones crashing in, won't get to this puck, went off to the official. Falmouth still able to work it out to center, a pass ahead for Stone Devlin. He chips it farther and backhands it forcefully, save made by Higgins. Oh man, Fry and Longeal ran into his own teammate. Longeal gets right in front, backhander just misses. Made the move and just missed on the glove side of Duarte. Punched around the boards by Robbie Curtis. Is Holzman on the far side, keeping it in, sending it back into the fray with under 3 minutes remaining in the second. It's back for Holzman. Hill blast, knockdown in the slot. And taken out to center by Harry Hennessy. I keep doing that. He got checked on the near side of the Barnstable zone. Cleared out by Barnstable. And shoved back in. Shoveled back in by Robbie Curtis, who then got a late check by Tim Story. Puck into the Barnstable bench. 1-0 to score. Barnstable's had the chances. Amazing there after that Longeal Fry collision. Longeal was able to get that puck and go one-on-one with Duarte. And I don't think he got a shot on goal out of it, but he made a fantastic move. We've seen some good skills on display for both of these teams. I think this will be no icing. They wave it off. It is out to neutral, ahead, off the stick of Jack Fredo, and skipped along the end boards to the near side and sent back from whence it came to Max Roman. And now battle for it on the far side. Barnstable player gets knocked down. Clamoring for a call was Brendan Jones. At the point, he didn't get it. And slipping out in front of his own net, Jake McKenzie, looking for a man, won't get to him. It'll be icing. 1:40, 100 seconds exactly remaining in the second period. Taking this face-off is going to be Chris Cordero. And it was versus Jake McKenzie. It's won by Barnstable. Shot from Liam Capra at the point hits the end boards. Now 90 seconds remaining in the second period. Out to center. Oh, here's a break for Mike Comesso. Backhand it wide of the net. He got a stick in the helmet, I think, as the puck was in the neutral zone. Now a minute remaining in the second. Stone Devlin down low. In front. It goes on through. Nick Champagny sends it back behind the net. That's where Liam Capra is being worked on by Stone Devlin. Devlin, from his knees, almost got that pass connection to Nick Champagny. Barnstable needs to get it out of their zone. Jack Cordero circling with Devlin on him. A long pass for Holzman. He couldn't get it very far, and it's sent back into the Barnstable zone by Robbie Curtis, but out of play, and we get a whistle and a stoppage. 34.1 seconds left. This faceoff is going to be right at center ice. Falmouth trying to get to the locker room with the lead. Great forechecking pressure from Falmouth this whole game. "15 seconds left in the period. Neutral zone, it'll be Robbie Curtis skying it in. Drop pass for Devlin, shot, toe save made Higgins. Along the near side, sent into the Falmouth zone, and icing with 0.4 seconds left, and they'll just run it down. 2 periods of play in the books. It's Falmouth with the 1-0 lead on a power play goal from Jack Hamilton. Third period of this Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week is coming up, I believe, or are we actually going to... Hold on. Everybody was ready for the second period intermission. Oh, let's see here. So yeah, they're going to put the face-off in the Barnstable zone. Oh, but with 0.1 second left, what's the point? Unless they're putting more time on. Okay, yep. 1 second exactly. So the net is empty for Falmouth. They'll have 6 skaters. You think they'll overload the slot probably with at least 3 or 4 of them. The fans are walking out like the intermission has started. 1 second exactly. There it goes. Now the second period intermission is upon us. Hamilton's goal, the only one through 2 periods for Falmouth, as they skate into the locker room with a 1-0 lead. We'll have the third period for you on this Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. The third period is about to begin in this boys high school hockey contest between Barnstable and Falmouth High Schools. 1-0. Falmouth leads Barnstable after 2 periods of play. Falmouth taking the ice in their military appreciation jerseys. Goal scored in the second period, a fluke goal from Jack Hamilton. Went right off of James Holtzman in front. It was a power play goal. And we are set for a thrilling finish here on the Upper Cape. One more look at the Barnstable section. And there's the Falmouth section right there. Underway here at FIA. We start off with an icing call 12 seconds in. Reminder, our next Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week takes us to Nantucket. Nantucket versus Upper Cape Tech, and the first time Upper Cape Tech will be part of the Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week. Very exciting stuff traveling to the island for the first time. Played along the near side. Barstable's defensive zone is to our right. And the puck has gotten out to center, and it's swept back in on the backhand by Jake Rosado. Falmouth with the pressure, keeping it in. With the 1-0 lead, Nick Champagny behind the net, goes to the corner. Was well defended. Sent back into skates, now it's back out. Wrister, glove save, Connor Higgins. Jack Hamilton, who's got no goals coming into this game, was looking for his second of the season and of the game. Calm save by Connor Higgins, gets a little half hug from defenseman James Holzman. Off the face-off, a fan on the shot. That came from Kevin Coyle. Now it's into the Falmouth zone, and it's icing on Barnstable. No icing, actually. Maybe they decided to wave it off, because we now have a neutral zone draw. Puck in the Falmouth end. Played along the end boards to the far corner rather, and now pushed ahead. Playing it, Mike Camesso down to the end boards. Far side trying to nudge it along with Sean Jones. It's back to Liam Capra. Capra thinks about his options. He plays it around. It goes to the near side. Barnstable player got tripped up a little bit there. No call. That was Jack Longeal. Liam Capra. Good move. Knew it was coming. The hit from Harry Hennessy. So did a little soccer move there to change up things. Now getting shoved down. That's 21 on 21, I believe. Yep. Getting hit there was Tim Story by Darren McDonald. Story was a little slow to get up. Along the line, it's Holzman. Shot bounced in front, and crashing on the doorstep was Dylan Huntington. And it's Dwart who's down and out. He's trying to get back up. Couple Falmouth players slide to block that shot from Matt Fredo. Fredo, Holzman, wrister blocked by another Falmouth player. It goes back to Fredo. We'll just sweep it deep. It goes around. Nudged back for Holzman, who just had to get rid of it. Barnstable keeps this in. Good keep in by Sam Howell. Behind the net, Robbie Curtis punches it out down the ice. And this is icing on Falmouth. Falmouth players blocking shots like crazy on that last sequence. Barnstable's student section chant, "Let's go Raiders." Great atmosphere at Falmouth Ice Arena. It's back, wrister. That's right on from Brendan Jones. Save made by Kevin Dwart. So now it's Brendan Jones and Jack Cordero both out there. Jones to Cordero against Marshfield. Jones made an inside-out move on the D. Fell a one-handed pass from his belly to Jack Cordero for the goal. That happened earlier this season. If you haven't seen it, you got to take a look at that. What a connection that was from Jones to Cordero. It was a game that Marshfield won, but individually, that was a great highlight for Barnstable earlier this season. Here they win the face-off in the offensive zone, just pushing it deep as Will Martone. And now it's Cordero picking up out of a mess. Out for Martone. Wrister is wide. Getting to it first will be Jack Hamilton, sending it along the near side. Cordero on the line, dealt with by Jake Rosado. Shot coming in from the near side by Martone. Save was made by Dwart. Trying to just skate it out there was Devlin. No sail. Cordero along the near side boards. Tried to pass it, and boy, we are seeing some soccer today, aren't we? Rosado tried to kick that out. Barnstable able to put it back in, but now they've got players peeling off on the change. And meanwhile, it's Brian Fry. A mistake by Falmouth in front. Led to Fry, one-on-one with Dwart. Barnstable had 4 new players coming out there. Fry stayed out on the forecheck. Falmouth tried to clear. Fry picked it off. And what a move in front. Unassisted goal for Fry. And that brings the Barnstable faithful back to life. Cleared down the ice. Icing on Falmouth. Brian Fry. What a season he is having. 8th goal for the junior. Face-off win for Barnstable. This is how the last game went. Falmouth took the first lead. And it was a back-and-forth game. Falmouth couldn't hold on to the lead, though. Barnstable came back and ultimately won 5-3. Here's Cordero getting it back for Will Martone. Now a shot on goal, save made Duarte. Falmouth looks to clear. It's almost poetic justice that Barnstable would get a goal like that. After Falmouth scored the way they did, they scored on a mistake. Wasn't a turnover though, it was just a puck that bounced right in off a Falmouth player. For the offensive talent we've seen in this game, to have the 2 goals that have been scored come the way they have is a little unusual. Champagne ahead, around Will Martone, tries to one-hand it along behind the net, is taken away from him. We do have a 1-1 game between Falmouth and Barnstable. Stone Devlin behind his net. High into the air and gloved down by Martone. Across for Brendan Jones. Now lobbed ahead. Now Duarte will come way out of his net to cover up. Both goals unassisted in this game. Sean Jones tried to shoot one from the hash marks, but it was blocked. Falmouth has been blocking shots like crazy in this one. Ahead, it's Darren McDonald. McDonald to drop the shot and easily glanced away. That offering from Max McDonald. Now it's Fry the other way, turning on the Jets. Fry tried to cut out in front. Falmouth players caught up to him, and then Fry takes a tumble. Didn't see what happened there. Goes right on through. Good diving effort to keep this in from Barnstable. That job got done by Will Cogswell. Now behind the net, Fry leaves it out in front. Here comes the blast. It's blocked again. Here comes the new player into the action, Jack Cordero. Guess what? It was blocked again. Falmouth's got it. Probably double-digit shot blocks at this point. Unbelievable. It escapes through the legs of Matt Fredo. He's got to go all the way back into his own zone with that rolling puck moving in an interesting direction.
Fans, at the conclusion of today's game, Barnstable fans, please exit the bleachers to your right. Barnstable fans, exit the bleachers to your right. Falmouth fans, please exit to the center and out to the lobby.
They are, in case you can't hear that, they're basically telling Barnstable and Falmouth fans, go your separate ways. I can't imagine why they would be telling them that. Side of the net play, bounces away. Jack Cordero will peel away from the pressure of Jake McKenzie. And he'll just twist one to the near side. That's going to go down the ice. No icing. Robbie Curtis behind the net. Now it's Jack Cordero after Barnstable got it back. Big check in the corner there. Another sliding block. And then a shot just missing. Out to center. Dumped in by James Holzman. 6.5 to go in the third period. Hurled out. And this is going to be icing on Falmouth. Face off in the Falmouth zone. Tied up in skates. It will be gotten to by Dylan Huntington. Huntington lost it, still battle for it in the circle, and it's cleared out by Falmouth. Another icing coming up on the home team. Jake Rosado is pleading his case. Reminder, this game's being brought to you this afternoon, this Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week, by Cape Cod Healthcare and Cape Cod Healthcare's urgent care centers, ER-trained doctors, urgent care convenience in Hyannis, Sandwich, Falmouth, and Harwich. Get fast access to expert care for minor injuries, illness, or to x-ray suspected sprain or broken bone. No appointment necessary. Visit www.capecodhealth.org for more information. Cape Cod Healthcare, urgent healthcare. And what do we got here? A whistle with play going on in front. And high sticking call, but it's not a penalty. It's just a high sticking whistle that leads to a face-off in the Barnstable zone. It's a face-off win for the Clippers. It is sent down low and it goes to the near side with less than 6 to go in the third period. Whisked along. Back to the possession of Will Martone, and Martone playing catch with Brendan Jones. Jones out to the neutral zone. That's where Nick Champagny will send it back in. And it goes to Rosado. Tried to play it out in front. It's Stone Devlin backhanding it along in the vicinity of Rosado. And there's Champagny also on the forecheck for Falmouth. It squeaks free to the near side. Fans on the other side of the glass urging them to move it. Out, send in front. And Higgins is down. The shot came in from Max Stroman. And Falmouth banging away in front. Higgins went down and the puck stayed out. Face-off win for Falmouth, a shot that's right on. Right through the crease. Back to action here with 4.5 to go in the third period. Shot just taken there by Mike Demesso. Save was made. Now clear down the ice. No icing here, as coming out of his net to play it was Dwart. Pushed ahead, Nick Champagny. Got stood up at the blue line. Barnstable will go the other way. This is Sean Jones. Beg your pardon, yeah, that's Sean Jones. And playing it deep. Thought it was Brendan, but I got the names correct. And out to center, Champagny trying to step ahead. A little check on him from Sean Jones, and then running into Jones, it looked like was Devlin. finishing his check right below us, and then I think that was a Rosado checking Fry, and then I think the puck below Fry, so they blow the whistle. .327 remaining in the contest, 1-1 game. These teams combined for 8 goals their last time out, just 2 here. Still time. Maybe we're down to next goal wins mode. Clamoring for interference between the benches. Nothing will come of that. Motored ahead by Jake McKenzie. Wrister on the end glass. Follow-up chance goes wide. And it goes out. Skating ahead, Tim Story. Couldn't cut in front. This place will erupt if another goal is scored. 2.5 to go. Tie game, 1-1. Brian Fry has got the goal for Barnstable here in the 3rd period. Sending it in, Jack Scipione for Barnstable. Out in front, thrown in from the corner, it bounced around. Skating the other way, Jake Rosado. Rosado on the wing, he's watched, there's James Holzman watching him, who then got his stick in there. Chipped out in front, Wrister, Hamilton, and that one would not go. Now Rosado gets it back, there it goes to Hamilton again. He's got the goal for Falmouth. And then played along by Nick Champagny, and nothing burger there. Barnstable, 3 players in the neutral zone. One of them peels back, so now it's just 2. Versus 4 in the Falmouth zone. Falmouth gets it out. Pass ahead on the stick of Sam Olsen. And then played towards the Barnstable cage where Higgins will love it down. 1:38 remaining. No timeouts have been called in this one. And now a timeout has been called by Falmouth.
Falmouth timeout.
Falmouth scored in the 2nd period, the goal from Jack Hamilton. An unassisted goal, it went off of James Holzman and then on a power play. Brian Fry responded for Barnstable in the 3rd period on a coughed up puck. This is the kind of atmosphere that you don't take for granted that you'll get in a hockey game. It was nuts at the Hyannis Youth Community Center last month. It's nuts here at the Falmouth Ice Arena this month. And this game originally was not going to be broadcast on the Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week. But they did move this to an earlier time. So yours truly had a conflict before, but no longer. .138 remaining in the 3rd. Falmouth wins the faceoff. It's back for a shot that's blocked. Champagny down low, tried to chip it out in front, no. Stone Devlin will get to it first. Gives it back to Champagny, partially wrapped up. Race to the puck, it'll be Jake Rosado getting to it. He nudges it back for Jack Hamilton, who tries to flip it back along. Rosado's there, so is a Barnstable player who's trying to get work done to get it out. Look at that battle for the puck, so intense. It does squirt free, and it's a Barnstable player skating ahead, Brendan Jones. Wide to the near wing, Jones tries the center, and similarly, Falmouth's got that taken care of, but now on the second try, it does come out in front, but sent away. Big stand up behind the Falmouth net. Here's Barnstable buzzing. They've got Dwart moving around. It's a shot that misses with less than a minute remaining in the third period. It goes along. Jake Rosato out to center ice. Nick Champagny. Champagny is checked with the stick. He'll just backhand it in and head off for the change. Maybe we'll see him out there again before this one ends. We'll see. Ahead, Chris Cordero. Cordero rides the wave, gets down below, centers it. There's nobody there for Barnstable. It goes all the way down. Less than 20 seconds now left. What happened there? James Holzman, Barnstable's got to hustle. Ahead, Jack Cordero. This is it. The pass to Brian Fry. The pass in front, and one too many passes. It's back. They're going to get a shot off. 3 seconds left. Here it comes. Stopped in front, and that's it. Oh man, Fry could have shot that. It would have been on goal. It would have been a good shot, but he passed it. One too many passes for Barnstable, and this game ends in a 1-1 tie. Man alive, what a game these two teams played once again. It ends in a 1-1 tie, however. No winners in this one. So Barnstable wins the season series, going 1-0-1. Thanks so much for being with us on the Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week. Next one is Upper Cape Tech at Nantucket on Monday, and we'll see you then.